Let's learn how to crochet a Halloween garland. This garland is made up of alternating skulls and spiders. This time I'm also excited to try some of this glow-in-the-dark yarn as well, with white, orange and purple yarns. Start off with a slip knot in orange. Chain 100. Chain 100 completed over here. Work into the second chain from the hook. Slip stitch 8 in orange. Chain 4 in white. Two double crochet stitches into the same chain, third chain from the hook. Then chain 6. Then 2 double crochet stitches into the same initial first chain. Then chain 6 again. Slip stitch 1 to the top of the initial chain 4. slip stitch 2 along the next 2 double crochet stitches. Slip stitch 6 along the chain. Then slip stitch 1 and then chain 2. Two double crochet stitches in the next stitch, then chain 2 and then slip stitch 1 all in the same stitch. Slip stitch 6 again along the chain. Then slip stitch 2 and end off the white parts. You can see that the white skull is done here. Slip stitch 1 in the same main stitch in orange this time. Slip stitch 12 down the chain in orange before moving on to the spider. Chain 2 in orange and then chain 2 in purple. because I want the spider to be purple this time. Five single crochet stitches into the second chain from hook. Start round 2 with single crochet of 1 stitch. Then chain 2 and double crochet of 1 stitch into the same stitch. Continue with double crochet 3 stitches in the next 3 stitches. Then double crochet 1, chain 2 and slip stitch 1 back into the same main stitch. Start round 3 with slip stitch 1. Slip stitch 1 into the bottom of chain 2. Slip stitch 1 into the top of chain 2. Then chain 8. Work into the second chain from hook. Then slip stitch 3, then 2 slip stitch in the same stitch, and then slip stitch 3 again. Slip stitch 1 back into the same top of chain 2. Then chain 6. then slip stitch 5 down the chain. Slip stitch 1 back into the same main chain. Then chain 6 again. Then slip stitch 5 down the chain again. Slip stitch 1 back into the same main chain. Then chain 8 for the last leg. Work into the second chain from the hook. Then slip stitch 3 stitches, then skip 1 stitch, and then slip stitch 3 stitches again. Slip stitch 1 back into the same top of chain 2. The spider legs are completed for one side. Continue to slip stitch 5 down the round. Slip stitch 1 into the bottom of chain 2, then chain 8. Work into the second chain from the hook, then slip stitch 3, then 2 slip stitch in the same stitch, then slip stitch 3 again. Slip stitch 1 back into the same bottom of chain 2, then chain 6. Then slip stitch 5 down the chain. Slip stitch 1 back into the same bottom of chain 2, then chain 6. Slip stitch 5 down the chain. slip stitch 1 back into the same bottom of chain 2, then chain 8, then slip stitch 3, skip 1 stitch and then slip stitch 3 again. Slip stitch 1 back into the same bottom of chain 2. You can see the spider legs are completed for the other side, which are mirror images of each other. Slip stitch 1 into the top of chain 2. Finish off with slip stitch 1 at the top of the spider, still in purple. Then slip stitch 2 into the initial chain at the top in orange. The purple spider is done. Slip stitch 1 back into the main chain in orange. Then continue to slip stitch 12 down the chain in orange in between the skull and the spider. Cut off excess yarn behind the skull and the spider. Tie a knot and cut off excess yarn. One set of the white skull and the purple spider are done here. Repeat this set for total 4 times. End off with slip stitch 7 in orange. Cut off excess yarn. Tie a knot and then cut off excess yarn again. Final Halloween garland done using glow in the dark yarn. You can see the Halloween garlands are made here with different colors. To see the complete pattern, go to the link in description at pocketyarnlinks.com, where there are many other tutorials as well. So here I'm using a UV light to charge up the Halloween garland. I'm trying to charge them out evenly, both the skulls as well as the spiders. And then after this you can check out how it looks like in the dark. Even with the different colored yarns, they light up differently in the dark, as you will see later on. So ta-da, this is how it looks like in the dark. So I'm not sure whether you can see, but then the skulls light up quite nicely using the white yarn. The other colors don't charge up quite as obviously, but intermittently I'm still trying to charge it up with the UV light. I have this detailed blog post reviewing this glow-in-the-dark yarn, talking about how the glow looks different for different shades, as well as looking different after charging up with different types of light. So go and check it out in the link in the description below. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I'm very excited to see any projects that you make with glow-in-the-dark yarn as well.